I told myself I came to Daniel's wedding to prove I was over him. Mia grabbed my wrist before we walked into the ballroom. Last chance. We can fake a stomach virus, a fire, or your own death. I forced a smile. I'm not running. You're shaking. I'm cold. It's June. I said I'm fine. Mia looked at me like she wanted to drag me back to the car. Fine is a lie people tell right before they ruin their lives. I laughed because it hurt less than crying. Then stay close and stop me. I planned to. The music inside was soft and bright and cruel. I took one step into the room and saw Daniel at the altar, standing straight in a black suit, looking like every promise he had ever made to me had simply changed clothes. Vanessa stood near the front with her bridesmaids. White silk, perfect hair, a smile so polished it looked painful. Mia leaned toward me. Back row, no scenes, no wine. Bossy. Alive. There's a difference. We sat in the last row. I kept my hands locked in my lap. Daniel did not look at me at first, and I hated how much that stung. Then the music changed. Everyone stood, and Vanessa walked in on her father's arm. Daniel lifted his head. His eyes found mine, just for a second. That second cut deeper than the breakup. Mia muttered, "Oh no, I know. Why is he looking at you like that?" Don't ask me. But I knew. I knew that look. It was the same one he used to wear when he wanted to say something dangerous and hoped I would save him from saying it. The officiant began. I heard almost none of it. I heard Daniel saying, years ago, "You and me, Nora, even if we end up broke and stupid and living over a gas station." I heard myself laughing. I heard my father coughing in a hospital room. I heard Daniel, months later, saying, "I need time." Then silence. Then an engagement announcement with another woman. Vanessa slipped a ring onto Daniel's hand. Her smile stayed still, but her eyes moved. Not to him. To me. I felt that look like a nail pressed into skin. "She sees you," Mia whispered. "Let her." "Do you mean that?" "No." At the reception, I stayed close to the wall and closer to my water glass. Guests laughed too loudly. Champagne moved through the room like an excuse. Daniel's cousin Ethan came over first. He held out a glass of sparkling water. "You look like you need this more than the champagne." I took it. "Do I look that bad?" "No," he said. "You look brave, which is usually worse." I almost smiled. Ethan had always been the quiet one in Daniel's family, the man who noticed things and rarely forgave what he noticed. "Thanks for coming," he said. "That sounds like a lie." "It is, but it's a polite one." Mia snorted. "I like him." Ethan glanced toward the dance floor. "Keep your distance tonight." "From Daniel?" I asked. "From trouble?" "Same thing." His mouth tightened. "Usually." Then Daniel appeared beside us, smiling for the room, tense for me. "Nora," he said, just my name. Soft, familiar, unfair. Mia stepped between us. The groom should be greeting tables, not ghosts. Daniel ignored her. "Can we talk later?" "No," I said. His eyes stayed on me. "Please." Vanessa reached us before I could answer. She slid her hand around Daniel's arm and beamed at me. "I'm so glad you came," she said. "Congratulations," I replied. "Daniel said you might not." I almost didn't. She tilted her head. "But you wanted closure?" I met her stare. "Something like that." Her smile sharpened. "Well, I hope tonight gives you peace." Daniel's jaw moved. "Vanessa, it's okay," I said. "I'm sure it will." She led him away, but not before he looked back. Mia exhaled hard. "I hate both of them." "I only hate one of them," I said. "Which one?" I watched Vanessa laugh at something one bridesmaid said. I watched Daniel fail to laugh with her. I'm still deciding. The hours dragged. People danced. People drank. I let small conversations die in my hands. Twice I caught Vanessa watching me. 3 times I caught Daniel trying not to. At 11:30, Mia touched my elbow. "We've done enough. You showed up. You survived. Let's go." I looked toward the terrace doors, where city lights blinked beyond the glass. 5 more minutes. That's what bad ideas always ask for. "I just need air." "I'll come." "No, stay. Dance with someone boring. I'll be right back." She narrowed her eyes. "Nora." "I'll be right back." I slipped onto the balcony. The night air hit my face like cold water. I held the railing and breathed until the room behind me sounded far away. Then I heard his voice. "I knew you'd need air." I closed my eyes. "Of course you did." Daniel stepped beside me, not too close, which somehow felt worse. "You look beautiful." Don't. I mean it. You're married. His laugh was empty. For 2 hours, I turned to him. That's supposed to make this better? No. He ran a hand through his hair. Nothing makes this better. Then go back inside. I can't stop thinking about you. I stared at him. You do not get to say that on your wedding night. It's true. You had months to tell the truth. I tried. No, you disappeared. His face changed at that just for a second. Shame. Or maybe memory. Things got complicated. My father was in the hospital. I was drowning in bills. I needed you. I know. I laughed, sharp and ugly. No, you don't know. If you knew, you wouldn't have left. He leaned on the railing, eyes fixed on the dark sky. I was drowning too. So you climbed onto someone richer. He flinched. Good. Inside, people began counting down to midnight. 10, 9, 8. Daniel looked at me like I was the only honest thing left in his life. You were the love of my life, Nora. 7, 6. I should have walked away. 5. I should have told him he had already buried that version of us. 4, 3. Instead, I stepped closer. 2. His breath caught. 1. Fireworks exploded over the city. The balcony flashed red and gold. I grabbed his jacket and kissed him. It was not soft. It was not romantic. It was grief with a mouth. Anger. Hunger. The last year of silence breaking open between us. Then I came back to myself and shoved him away. Oh my God, I whispered. Nora! No. My whole body shook. No. A tiny sound snapped through the dark. I turned. Near the half-open terrace door, someone stood in the shadow with a phone raised. I saw the screen glow. I saw the shape move fast. Who is that? I said. Daniel took one step forward. Hey! The figure vanished inside. My blood went cold. Someone recorded us. Daniel swore. I'll handle it. I stared at him. That's what you always say right before you handle nothing. Nora, listen to me. No, you listen to me. You did this. I didn't ask you to kiss me. The words hit me so hard I almost stopped breathing. I whispered, wow. His face changed again. That's not what I meant. It's exactly what you meant. I pushed past him and went inside. Mia saw my face and came straight toward me. What happened? She asked. I made a mistake. Her eyes sharpened. How big? Midnight big. She grabbed my hand. We're leaving. We were halfway to the exit when Vanessa stepped into our path. Her smile looked almost gentle. Leaving so soon? I could barely hear over my pulse. Yes. She glanced at Daniel behind me, then back at my face. Did you get what you came for? I froze. Mia answered for me. Move. Vanessa did. But as I passed, she said quietly, some women only feel alive when they ruin things. I turned, finally angry enough to be steady. Some women build their whole lives out of other people's ruins. Her smile flickered. Mia pulled me out before I could say more. In the car, she whispered, tell me everything. So I did. I told her about the balcony, the countdown, the kiss, the phone. When I finished, she hit the steering wheel once. Damn it, Nora. I know. No, I mean damn him, and also you, but mostly him. I looked out the window. Fireworks still burst over the city, bright and stupid and far away. I thought kissing him would end something, I said. Mia started the car. It didn't. She was right. By morning, my phone was ringing before I opened my eyes. Mia's name flashed across the screen. I answered and heard her say, don't go online. My stomach dropped. Too late? Way too late. I sat up. How bad? The video is everywhere. I said nothing. Mia's voice softened. Nora? I opened my messages. Family chat, work chat, unknown numbers. A clip loaded before I could stop it. There I was, on the balcony, pulling Daniel into a kiss. 10 seconds. No argument before, no shock after, no phone in the dark. Just the worst moment of my life, neatly framed. Everybody thinks I attacked the groom, I whispered. Not everybody. Enough people. Stay home, Mia said. I'm coming over. The buzzer rang an hour later. I opened the door expecting another disaster and found Mrs. Flores from across the hall holding a pot of soup. She looked at my face and sighed. Good. You are home. I wiped at my cheeks. You didn't have to do this. Yes, I did, she said, pushing past me. When people smell blood, They call it gossip. Sit down. Mia took the pot from her. I love you. Mrs. Flores patted my arm. You made a foolish mistake. I nodded. So, that is not the same as being a bad person. The words hit somewhere deep and sore. It feels the same today. Today lies, she said. That evening, my phone lit up again. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but the message preview stopped me. I shot the wedding. The clip online is incomplete. If you want the truth, call me. Jade Mercer. I read it 3 times. Mia leaned over my shoulder. Who's Jade? The photographer. Do you trust her? No. Good. Call her anyway. I did. A woman answered on the second ring. Nora? Yes. My name is Jade. I'm sorry to contact you like this. You said the video is incomplete. It is. Do you have the full footage? No, not from the phone. But I saw enough to know the leak was deliberate. I sat straighter. Deliberate by who? I can't prove it yet, she said. But I don't think Daniel is the one who wanted you exposed. I closed my eyes. Vanessa's calm smile flashed through my head. Did you get what you came for? What did you see? I asked. Meet me tomorrow, Jade said. Not by phone. After we ended the call, Mia said, You're thinking her name. Vanessa. She knew? I don't know, but she wasn't surprised. Late that night, Daniel finally called. I let it ring twice before answering. What? Nora, I'm sorry. I laughed coldly. For the kiss? The video? Or the part where you said it was my fault? I panicked. You always do. Please, let me explain. Did you post it? No. Did your wife? Silence. That silence told me more than words. Wow, I said again, softer this time. It's complicated. No, it's simple. You're still choosing the easier woman to disappoint. Nora, I hung up. Mia watched me carefully. What now? I looked at the dark screen in my hand and felt something inside me change shape. The shame was still there. The grief was still there. But under both of them, something harder began to wake up. Now, I wanted the whole truth. By afternoon, I met Jade in a coffee shop across town. She kept her camera bag on the chair beside her like a shield. I'm not here to make you feel better, she said. I'm here because I hate edited truth. Then give me the unedited version. She slid her tablet across the table. No audio from the balcony, but look at the room before you went outside. I watched silent clips of the reception. Daniel looking for me. Vanessa watching Daniel watch me. A bridesmaid whispering in Vanessa's ear. Vanessa nodding once. My throat tightened. She knew. She expected something, Jade said. And after midnight, one of her friends ran inside holding a phone. So she planned to humiliate me. Jade met my eyes. I think she planned to catch proof that she had already won. I sat back, sick and furious. That's insane. Maybe, but rich people do crazy things politely. When I left the shop, Ethan was waiting outside under the awning. I stopped. Are you following me now? Not well enough for it to be creepy. It's already creepy. He gave me a tired look. Daniel told me you met Jade. I came because he'll make this about love, and it isn't only about love. Then what is it about? Control, status, fear. I folded my arms. Say it clearly. He did. Daniel loved you. He also loved what Vanessa's family could do for him. The words hurt, but they did not surprise me. So I lost to money. No, Ethan said. You lost to his weakness. I looked away. He stepped closer. After your father got sick, Daniel kept saying he couldn't fix anything. Then Victor Hale started offering advice, contacts, dinners. Vanessa made life look easy. You made it real. I was too expensive to love. His voice hardened. Don't do that. Don't turn his cowardice into your flaw. I almost snapped at him. Instead, I said, Why are you helping me? Because I'm tired of watching him break things and call it confusion. Work stayed ugly. Aaron caught me in the lobby one morning when I went in to clear my desk. He lowered his voice like that made him kind. For what it's worth, I always thought there were 2 sides. You thought that while forwarding the clip? He blinked. I didn't. Save it. Lena met me in her office with that same careful expression. Take more time if you need it. Do you believe I'm a homewrecker? She looked down at her desk. I believe public scandal hurts everyone near it. That isn't an answer. It's the only one I can give at work. On my way out, I realized I did not want to beg for space in rooms that were happy to shrink around me. That evening, Ethan called. Turn on the news. I did. Victor Hale's company was under investigation for fraud. Mia, sitting beside me, whispered, Wow. I felt a small, cold spark of satisfaction. Vanessa must be thrilled. Daniel, too, Ethan said over speaker. His promotion depended on Victor backing him. So the perfect marriage has weather now. Storm warnings, Ethan said. 2 nights later, a new message came from an unknown number. I almost deleted it until I read the first line. My name is Naomi. I'm Vanessa's sister. I need to talk to you. We met in a quiet park the next day. She looked younger than I expected and far more tired. I'm not here to defend her, she said. Then why are you here? She twisted a ring on her finger. Because she kept the video. I went still. What? She didn't leak it herself. She handed it to Tessa, the bridesmaid with the phone, and said, not yet. Then the next morning, she acted shocked when it spread. My heartbeat turned heavy. Why? Naomi gave a small, broken laugh. Because my sister would rather be cruel than uncertain. She needed proof Daniel still wanted you. She needed to punish you for making that visible. And Daniel? He knows now. They fight all the time. I thought I would feel vindicated. Instead, I felt clear. Naomi looked at me carefully. I'm sorry. Are you apologizing for her? No, I'm apologizing because I watched her become this and said nothing. I nodded once. Thank you for saying something now. That was the day shame stopped owning me. I had done something wrong, but I was not the only sinner standing in the fire. A week later, Daniel sent an email from an account I had forgotten he had. Please meet me once. Hospital parking lot? Friday. I'll tell you everything. I almost deleted it. Then I saw the hospital name. The same one where my father had spent his last months. The same place where Daniel had once held me while I fell apart. I went. Rain hit the pavement in silver lines. Daniel stood under a weak light, hands in his pockets, hair wet, shoulders bent. He looked up when I approached. You came. Talk. He swallowed. I chose Vanessa because I was tired. Tired of bills, tired of bad news, tired of feeling helpless. You chose comfort. Yes. You chose money. Yes. You chose her father's connections. His voice cracked. Yes. The honesty should have satisfied me. It did not. It only made the old wound cleaner. I loved you, he said. I still love you. No, I said. You love what I gave you. He stepped closer. That isn't true. It is. I gave you loyalty when you had nothing, and you left when I had less. Rain ran down his face like he had earned tears too late. I thought I could survive without you. That line opened something sharp and calm inside me. You did survive, I said. You just became someone small. He shut his eyes. I kept going because I needed him to hear it all. Love isn't choosing the easier door. Love is staying when the lights go out. Love is not disappearing because somebody richer turns on a lamp. Nora, please? For what? Mercy? Memory? For another chance. I stared at him. Then I laughed once, not because anything was funny, but because the old me would have mistaken this moment for romance. There was a time, I said, when I would have destroyed myself to hear you ask that. He looked at me like hope still had a pulse. I stepped back and killed it. That time is over. He reached for me anyway, one desperate move, and I saw the kiss coming before it happened. I put my hand against his chest and stopped him. No. He froze. That's the first honest boundary I should have given you years ago. He let his arm fall. I'm sorry. I know. That's part of the problem. I left him in the rain. 3 days later, Jade called. I found a way to release the longer footage without feeding the gossip accounts. Do it. Naomi agreed to confirm what Vanessa had done. Ethan backed the timeline. The story turned slowly at first. Then, all at once. People saw Daniel approach me on the balcony. They saw Vanessa watching from inside. They saw Tessa run off with the phone after the kiss. The clip that had made me a villain began to look like what it really was. A weapon. Vanessa posted a statement about privacy and betrayal. Nobody cared. Victor's scandal exploded wider. Sponsors vanished. Friends vanished faster. Daniel released an apology video. I watched 10 seconds and turned it off. Mia asked, "Too painful?" Too late. A few days after that, Lena called. Her voice sounded softer now that the truth had become safe. If you want your job back, the door is open. I looked around my apartment, at the notebooks on my table, at the words I had started writing at 3 in the morning because I did not know what else to do with the wreckage. Thank you, I said. But I'm not coming back. I moved a month later, smaller place, better light, fewer ghosts. Daniel asked to see me one last time, so I met him at a quiet cafe. I'm getting divorced, he said. I assumed. I thought you still feared pain. I don't expect forgiveness. Good. He studied my face. Then what do you have for me? I don't need you to suffer for me to heal. His eyes filled. Mine did not. A year later, at midnight, I stood alone in my new apartment and looked at my reflection in the dark window. No fireworks, no music, no Daniel. I touched the glass and smiled at the woman staring back. They exposed my worst moment, I whispered, but they also exposed the woman I had to become to survive it.